Hello, everyone. We are 1 week away from a presidential debate, and I want to show you guys what the Electoral College Map is looking like as of right now. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you like more content just like this. And so, as of right now, Donald Trump leads by 2 points in the RCP aggregate. As of right now, my newest model, I plug in the RCP aggregate. He's projected to win the popular vote by 6 points. He is winning in a grand slide fashion as of right now. We can also see here in my second model that I have constructed, he is also leading by a pretty large amount. And then the demographic breakdown that I did in a previous video using the New York Times / Siena College poll, we also see that Donald Trump is winning fairly large. And a new poll out of Maricopa County done by SoCal Research Market Site basically shows Maricopa County with Donald Trump leading it by 5 whole percentage points, which is just absolutely insane to see something like that as of right now. And so we're going to be going over the Electoral College map and where I think every single state will end up going. For the safe Republican states, we have Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, Nebraska at large, as well as the first and third congressional districts. We have Kansas, Oklahoma, Alaska is going to be in that column, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, South Carolina, as well as Maine's first congressional district. We're also going to be adding Iowa and Ohio in this column, and Texas and Florida. What you'll notice is that I actually have Trump winning in an electoral college landslide based out of all the data that we have, historical polling errors, and cross-examining New York Times / Siena College poll data. We can see that Donald Trump is winning pretty big. If you look at this demographic breakdown, essentially what I did is I got the 2024 sample. They asked the same group of people, who did you vote for last time? And then I looked at the 2020 exit margins from New York Times, found the adjusted error between the exit polls and the sample that they had for 2020, looked at the adjusted error and applied it to the 2024 poll. And essentially, we have 18 to 29-year-old groups tied. We have the college educated group tied. We have women are tied in the electorate, which is a very big difference compared to 2020. That is actually one of the biggest shifting groups, as well as African American voters. The main reason why this could be the case, why the margin is so low for Biden, is only plus 32, is probably because third party candidates may or may not take a decent amount of that vote share. And so that may be a reason why you're seeing such a low margin there. Trump wins whites possibly by around 19 percentage points, which would be a very large victory in the electoral college, as well as for that demographic as a whole. And that would be a main driver to win. Men voting for Trump by that much would be really big. We'd also see, Hispanics being competitive. They're actually, +5 as of right now. So that is very interesting to look at. And so what we'll see here is that the demographics look really great. And when I broke it down by race, age, education, and gender, averaging all those results out, we have Donald Trump winning in an electoral college landslide. And as well as in my other models, we clearly see Donald Trump is having a very easy time winning the electoral college as well. So I think it's very interesting to see something like that as of right now. And so for now, we're going to be leaving Texas, Iowa, Ohio, and Florida all in the safe Republican column. For the safe states, we have California, DC, Maryland, and Massachusetts, as well as Vermont for Biden. That is literally it. Those are his only safe states for the entire cycle. Now, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada are all going to be in the likely Republican column for this scenario, which already brings Donald Trump to 312 electoral college votes. We see he's winning Arizona by 9.5, Georgia by 10. He's winning Michigan by 6.5. He's currently winning Pennsylvania by 8, North Carolina by almost 11, and Wisconsin by 8 percentage points, almost 9 as of right now. So we see huge shifts for the former president in a lot of these states. Even, for example, Iowa, the most accurate pollster for Iowa in 2020, and Seltzer, which actually predicted a Trump +7 victory in the state of Iowa, actually saw a +18 poll very recently. And right now, I have my victory rounding out to about 19 points in the state of Iowa. So that is a very interesting observation to make there as well. And so essentially, we see that there are huge shifts within these demographics in the Rust Belt and in the Sun Belt as well. Donald Trump improves with white working class voters, and it also improves with African American and Hispanic voters that are more prevalent in the Sun Belt region. For the Democrat likely states, we have Washington, Oregon, we have Illinois, we have Rhode Island, Delaware, Connecticut, and the state of New York, as well as Maine's first congressional district, and the state of Hawaii. Hawaii in my forecast range anywhere from being 13-point victories. I have it here in this model as a 12.5-point win. The demographic breakdown has it as a 19-point victory. And so clearly there is a large consensus that it is going to be more competitive than what it was back then when it voted for Biden by 29 points. I don't think it's going to fall under 5 though as of right now, but I could see it getting under 10. That is possible. There is a poll with third-party candidates that does have the race there under 10 points. It's actually a plus Biden 8 poll. So that is pretty nuts. And so we have a couple of states left to fill out on the map. For the lean Democrat states, we have Colorado as a lean Democrat state, and we have New Jersey as a lean Democrat state. These are the only two lean Democrat states. Colorado, I would say, would probably be like a 4.5-point win for Biden, and New Jersey would be around a 3-point win. Polling shows both of these states somewhat competitive. There's a lot of polling out of Colorado that has the race within, 4 or 5 points, and the aggregate that I have averages out to about 6.5. And we also see in a state like New Jersey that the poll, the only poll out of there has a Biden only up by 5 with third-party candidates included. So that is way closer than the 2020 cycle where he was polling ahead here by over 20 points. So that's a 15-point shift in polling data. And so that signifies that that's going to be a lot closer. For the lean Republican states, I have Nebraska second, Minnesota, as well as New Mexico. New Mexico flips Republican mainly because of the large Hispanic shift that is going on nationwide. I think that's definitely going to be pushing the state into the lean Republican column. You're going to see a lot of trends accelerate in a state like New Mexico. Minnesota and Nebraska second also flip Republican. Minnesota, the Israel-Hamas conflict, the Minneapolis area, Biden did it really bad in his own primary. He actually almost got a lower percentage in the primary in Minnesota than Trump did while he's the incumbent president. So that is a really bad sign for him in Minnesota. We also see in a state like Virginia, it's probably going to be tilt Republican alongside New Hampshire as of right now going Republican. However, I still think that Maine, I think it is going to flip to Trump very, very, albeit narrowly. And maybe Virginia gets pushed into the lean column because the polling aggregate does have it as a 0.3 lead for Trump, and he was underestimated here in 2020. So we could see the map looking like this as of right now with Trump at 347. Electoral college votes to Biden's 191 as of right now. Yes, states like Colorado, are trending to the left, but if Trump is really going to win the popular vote by around 5 to 7 points, like all my models pretty much have him winning by, then you're going to see a huge shift in a place like Colorado. And third-party candidates tend to take away votes from the Democrat here, and there is a large third-party presence as of right now in this election. So I would not be surprised to see it go under 5, but it could very well be a 6 or 7 point win for Biden. Donald Trump does very well in the Rust Belt, makes gains in New York. And there is a new poll out of New York that has Biden only up 8 points, by the way. And that's in a head-to-head matchup. That's not even with third-party candidates. So imagine with third-party candidates, the lead would probably be cut down by about a point or two. That would put New York at just +6 for Biden. And Trump was underestimated in the state of New York as well. Illinois ends up going down to like a 7 or 8 point win for Biden. Oregon's around that same margin. Washington's like 9 or 10. And we see states like Rhode Island, Connecticut, Delaware become semi-competitive. North Carolina, Georgia essentially are out of reach for Biden, as well as Arizona and Nevada, including even most of the Rust Belt states. So Trump is going to be going into the debate with an advantage. And what I'm going to do is when I live stream the debate, I'm going to have another screen where I have an electoral college map up. And essentially what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be updating the electoral map throughout the debate. So that's going to be something you guys can have a live electoral college tracker that you're going to be able to see to help you guys visualize where the debate is essentially going. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you like more content just like this, and I will see you guys in the next video.